This video I'm going to show you how we can use the existing artwork that we created for our street number project that was going to be used on the ShopBot, and then take that same artwork and how we might bring it to the plasma cutter. We could use Illustrator, the Torchmate software, or any other number of software packages to do this, but I think the VCarve software is pretty easy to use, so we're going to move forward with this. So go ahead and open up your street number. I'm going to turn the toolpath, take a look at this artwork. So right now this number is currently a font. If I select the font, or the text tool rather, it's going to show me that I could change these numbers to a different number. I can change it to a different font. I'm going to leave that alone. I just want to point that out because in its current configuration I can't do what I need to do. So if I right click on this font, I have the option to convert it from a font to curves, and you can do this same operation in Illustrator. Once I do that, each of these lines now are individual vectors, just like I drew them with a tool. Now you'll notice that I changed my street address from 212 to 202, and I did that for a reason, because on the plasma cutter we're going to keep the oval and we're going to have the numbers fall out. Well, right now, if I happen to have a 0 in my street address, this inner piece has got nothing holding it there. So when I cut this circle out and then cut this circle out, they're both going to fall out. So I need to put something to hold those in, kind of like tabs. So I needed to convert this to vectors instead of a font. I'm just going to grab my rectangle tool and make a couple of small rectangles here to hold that in place. Now I'm going to, for consistency, select those two rectangles, come over here, and I'd like them to be centered. Whoops, not like that. I want them to be centered like this so that they line up with each other. Now I can go in and grab the scissors tool and cut away the pieces that I don't need. I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need that, I don't need that. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. So essentially now when I cut this out, I'll have these two little tabs here which will hold these pieces in. If your street address doesn't have a 0 in it, then you don't need to do this. However, if you're using the plasma cutter and cutting out any other artwork that has pieces in the middle that need to remain, you're going to need to know how to add these little tabs in to hold that artwork together. Otherwise it's going to all fall apart or all fall out. I've got my artwork fixed. I'm now going to select it all and I'm going to export it as a DXF, which is one of the things that the Torchmate software will recognize. So I'm going to say dairy numbers 202 and hit save. The next video I'm going to show you how to take what we've created and pull it into the Torchmate software.